welcome to day 3 and the final day of Disneyland Paris. We've had a lovely morning. It's dusk on 10 AM, but we've been up since 7. We went to the pool this morning here at we call it Sequoia Lodge, but I think it's pronounced Sequoia Lodge. Sequoia, I don't know. Here at Sequoia Lodge, that's how we say it. Yeah, we didn't really go to like swim, we went to sit in the jacuzzi and stuff. And that was really nice. Obviously the pool here has been closed for like the past year and it's only just recently reopened, and it's really, really nice. It's dead clean. I feel like they might have maybe like retiled the floor, or if not, they've like deep cleaned it because it's really, really clean. Yeah, we basically sat in the jacuzzi for like half an hour. That was lovely. And then we've come back here into the room, had showers, washed our hair, ready for the week ahead, and packed. I mean, we were pretty much packed anyway because we didn't really unpack, but put things away like chargers and stuff. Yeah, and now I think we're pretty much good to go, aren't we? Yeah, pretty much good to go. We just need to go and drop the cases off in the luggage room, and then we can go over to the park. We haven't had breakfast again this morning, mainly because the only place to eat breakfast here in the hotel is if you go and pay for the buffet, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then once you can't really eat, can you, until you get over to the parks. So we need some food, but we're going to try and make the Dream and Shine show at 10:50 because it's a lot cooler today, so there's a chance that it might definitely, it's a lot cooler this morning anyway, so there's a chance that the full show might be on. So I want to try and catch that to see if it is full. If not, never mind. Anyway, so let's...
If not, we have a lovely time.
Yeah, let's go and do that.
This door is okay, this one is open every
In we go. Okay, we just had a beignet and now we're waiting for the show. The full show is happening because they've got all this sectioned off. And it's just starting now down there. Very exciting. It's a lot cooler this month. It's only 24 degrees, whereas this time yesterday it was 32. So we're like nearly 8 degrees cooler. It's a lot cooler. So I don't know if they'll do it this afternoon though, because it's supposed to be 26 both afternoon. We'll see. Oh, I can hear it.
D'ouvrir nos cœurs et de croire en nos rêves. Dear friends, let's all smile bigger, open our hearts, and believe in our dreams. Alors, êtes-vous prêts? Tous ensemble, rêvons.
There's a girl over on the Central Plaza.
So now,
She's crying already. She said every word.
And shine brighter.
Woo!
I know it's been on your mind.
The best show.
And we can dream a little bigger right now. If we open up our eyes, I'm ready for the ride. I'm ready to be mine, just like the sun. The memories are all around. That's all we've only known.
This girl absolutely losing her shit. Love it. The dancers are insane. Woo!
I'm ready for the ride.
Woo!
I'm ready to be mine, just like the sun. The memories are all around.
and we've got a reservation at Waltz for 1 o'clock. When did you manage to get this one, Becky?
Thursday night.
Yeah, so just keep checking. If you really want a reservation, just keep checking.
It was about Thursday, about 5:10. I think because I got some other reservations which we ended up cancelling just because we weren't sure what we were going to do.
Yeah.
But like Kim Kitchen, downtown, Manhattan.
Yeah, they all came up at the same time.
Yeah, with Captain Jack's, they all came up. So I think they might release more at 5. Not sure though.
Yeah, you never know.
But it worked.
Yeah, because it's like in Orlando, is it 11 AM and 3 PM that they sometimes release? Well, they did release more fast passes, obviously not anymore. Anyway, we're at Waltz. So let's go in. Okie dokie, so same as last time, chicken pot pie. I feel like it's a little bit different to last time. Was it taller last time, or have I imagined that? No, maybe I've imagined it. Yeah. And then I've gone same as Becky, this time mac and cheese. I was going to get chicken, but it came with sweet potato, which I don't really like. Yeah, so one for mac and cheese this time. Becky told me it's nice.
I've had pasta 3 meals.
Same, I know, that's really not good. Is he waving? Yeah.
He's still salt, mate. Yeah. He's good, he's loving it. That's last one.
Yeah. Goofy Papa goes for it. Okay, so the weather has taken a turn. Not in a bad way. It's gone a lot cooler, hasn't it? And it's been like light rain for about an hour nearly now. doesn't bother us. We put the ponchos on because we're trying to keep our hair dry. I mean, Becky's took hers off. Yeah. It is still fairly warm. Yeah, we did Waltz, and then so when we was in Waltz, the third Dream and Shine show of the day was on. So we watched the very first one this morning, which went ahead, and then we went to watch the second one, which was at 12:15, wasn't it? And this was before Waltz, because we noticed back in April when we watched it, and when we watched it this morning, that if you stand in the Central Plaza in a certain spot, Donald always like goes over and like sees the people there. So we went about 20 minutes before the show for the 12:15 one to try and see Donald, and then they said it was too hot, so they didn't do the show, so didn't get to see Donald then. And then when we was in Waltz, when the third show, the 2:45 show was on, they did the full show. So we were like, right, well then it's got a lot cooler, they must be doing the 4 o'clock show. So we camped out for 45 minutes in the spot with the ponchos on in the rain, and it got to like literally 5 minutes to 4, and they said that they weren't doing the show, they were just going to do the parade. I'm assuming it's because of the rain, because the temperature has dropped down massively. It's not hot at all, it's just raining, so I'm guessing it's because of the rain. But oh well. So no Donald, no hug off Donald, but we're still seeing him like on the floats. It's just a bit annoying now, 3 trips and we haven't got to meet Donald. They need to bring his meet and greet back. It's a bit annoying. They replaced him with Stitch. Anyway, we've got
Stitch though, really.
He's dead popular for some reason. Oh, a minute, I need to put my hood up. Right, so we've got about half an hour left in the parks. It's about 4:30 now. We just did Star Tours, and I think we're going to head to Big Thunder for our last time before we leave, because we need to leave the parks about 5 because we've got the TGV train booked for 6:30.
And we actually need to try and make.
Pardon?
That we actually need to try and make.
Yeah, we actually need to like get on that train. So we need to leave here at 5 so that we can walk back to Sequila, get the luggage from the luggage room, and then get back to the train station. So anyway, let's go and see if Big Thunder's on. Time for the wildest ride in the wilderness, in the rain. It's getting a bit quite heavy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Last ride.
I've flown around it before. Not normally. Here we go! Watch your hands! Goodbye, Castle. We'll see you real soon, won't we? Well, I don't know, we haven't actually got a trip booked, but hopefully see you real soon. Okay, back at Sequila. There's reception and there's the luggage room. Let's go and get our bags.
This will be the first time in about 3 trips.
Yeah.
3 or 4 trips that we've used the bus.
Yeah.
Last time we used it was
Here it
February
is.
2020. We always
Yeah.
walk.
With Joe and Asher. Oh. Good timing though, we literally just got the bags and it's pulled up. Good timing. It's 5:30, train's in an hour, so plenty of time, isn't they? Sad to go. And 4 minutes later we're at the train station. It is much quicker hopping on the bus, to be fair.
Yeah.
Save your feet.
Yeah.
But the buses are every 10 to 15 minutes outside your hotel and at the bus stop here at the train station. If you've just missed one and if you want a time schedule, then you might as well walk, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Oh, I feel the other shoe doing it now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, we're going now.
Yeah, but I've still got a full week in work.
Right.
Aye, aye, aye.
Let's go and find this TGV. And then I need to put my trainers on and get my hoodie out and get myself sorted. We made it. We're getting on this train. Woo! Still got 20 minutes yet, but we're on platform 3. We're not missing this train.
No.
No. So, if you ever do get the train and you've never got it before, if there's more than one train on your platform, they split it up into 2 halves. So our train is between sections G and K. We're currently in section H. So, because I nearly went in the first half, which would be a different train going to wherever that is. Yeah. So this is the side that we're on, but down there will be a different train. So yeah, just make sure you double check that. We made it! We're at the airport. Well, the train station at the airport. Now we need to walk 5 million miles to find the right terminal. Because Charles de Gaulle, I know, but this airport has about 10 terminals, doesn't it? It's massive. Are we 2B?
2B, I think.
Says up these escalators. So yeah, it's something mental. Like 10 freaking terminals here. Oh, this one.
Hence why we missed the train coming in.
I know. Yeah, we would have made it if the airport hadn't been so big. Hello, so we are back, clearly. It's now the 7th of September, so we've been home quite a number of weeks. I don't even know when we went to Disneyland Paris, actually. When was it? We went 3.5 weeks ago now that we went. Yeah, 3.5 weeks. Yeah, we had a lovely time. Such a lovely, spontaneous, last-minute trip. Anyway, I just wanted to bob on and say I didn't end the vlog. So my plan for this last vlog was that I thought I always end the vlog like in Disney or, you know, still wherever we are, and I say, oh, that's the end, goodbye, blah, blah, blah. I thought I'm going to vlog the travelling home side of things because no one really ever vlogs travelling home. That's what my plan fully was. And I didn't end up doing it because we had a bit of an experience coming home, basically. So we got the TGV back. I think you've just seen that. We got the TGV back to the airport. And then when we got to the airport, we went and found the Easyjet check-in bit. And checked in and went through security and everything was fine. But it took a little bit of a while. So in UK airports, you can kind of show the sunflower lanyard and you can kind of go through like fast track security and stuff without having to pay for it or booking it. Whereas in other countries, I don't know whether you can do it, I just don't know what the protocol is, but basically it's not really a thing in a lot of like the European countries, and if it is, we're not aware of it anyway. So like at Charles de Gaulle Airport, we've just followed the normal protocol and that you would do any other person, and just, you know, queued up for check-in and whatnot. So we didn't have to check in because we'd already checked in online, and obviously we only had hand luggage. We just went straight to security. I think from what I can remember, security took quite a while, and then when we got through to the other side, we needed to try and find something to eat, and it was a little bit crazy. It was really busy, and a lot of things were like in the process of closing because of the time of night it was. I think we'd got through about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and a lot of places were starting to close. We were like, oh, we need to try and get something to eat because we hadn't eaten since Waltz for lunch, and it was going to be quite a few hours to get home. We just need like a snack. We didn't want like a full-on meal, we just need like a little something to eat. So we did that, and then basically I was going to vlog when we got on the plane, and we had a whole ordeal. So we went to our gate, and a massive thunderstorm started, thunder, lightning, and we were like, oh my god. Me started to go into like full panic mode. I thought, I'm back in work tomorrow morning at 7:30, and my work don't even have a clue that I'm currently in France. They knew we were going to Mallorca, they didn't know that we were going to Paris. Obviously it was a last minute thing. I was like, oh my god, what if we end up like getting stuck here all night, and I'm gonna have to like text them, say I'm actually in Paris and I'm not gonna get to work on time because the flight got delayed and stuff. I was like, all these things started running through my head. Anyway, we didn't actually get delayed, even though this storm was happening for like an hour and a half. It showed no signs of stopping. We started boarding the plane and everything. We had a little minor delay. The pilot said we were waiting for the people on the ground at Charles de Gaulle to come and refuel the plane, but when there's lightning around they can't refuel the aircrafts because it's dangerous. Something to do, you know, like if it gets struck by lightning or whatever, it's really dangerous, start like a massive fire and stuff. So we had a bit of a delay waiting for them to refuel, but we only waited like 20 minutes and then we got going. But basically what happened was, when we got on the plane, so our flights were with Easyjet, both going out and coming home. And both going out and coming home, I actually said this on the day one vlog, because it was such a last minute trip, we wanted to reserve our seats so that we were guaranteed to sit together, because we didn't reserve our seats for Mallorca the week before, and we just decided we'd much prefer to sit together. I know it's only an hour flight, but we were like, no, we'd rather sit together, don't mind paying extra for it. So all of the standard priced seats were already gone. And the only ones that were left to purchase was extra legroom seats. So that's what we did. We were happy to pay for the extra legroom. We're like, not a problem, that's fine. So that's what we did. And both the flight going out and the flight coming home was on an emergency exit row. And from what I can gather, pretty much all of the extra legroom seats on an EasyJet plane are emergency exit row seat. So the rules of an emergency exit row seat, I'll actually put it on screen now for you. So, as you can see from the snippet that I've took here from the EasyJet website, the emergency exit seat, so if you sit over the wing in some of our extra legroom seats, you have to be able to help in an emergency. For the safety reasons, there are some restrictions. Passengers are unable to sit in the exit or emergency row seats if they are an infant, sat with an infant on their lap, pregnant, under 16 years of age, deaf or blind, have a mobility impairment, or require a seatbelt extension. If you choose this seat for a passenger in one of the above categories, we will allocate them another seat on boarding. Okay, so we was actually on seats, we were on row 1, seat A and B, so we were the very first two seats as you like board the aircraft. So these were emergency exit row extra legroom seats. Obviously I have nothing in front of us. The minute we got on the plane, when you pay extra for an extra legroom seat, you get speedy boarding. So we was one of the first people to get on the plane. However, we weren't the first people to get on the plane. Everyone else who had already got on before us were in the other seats in our the first couple of rows. So, and if you're aware, I don't know if you're aware, but if you are an emergency exit row seat, then you have to put everything up in the locker above you, because you can't put anything under the seat in case there is an emergency on takeoff and landing. The floor's clear, you know, for people to get out and stuff. So we were fully aware of that. We flew emergency exit row on the way out. We've flown emergency exit row on other airlines, on other flights in the past. Not a problem. I think when we went with EasyJet to Paris with Joe and Asher in February 2020, we was emergency exit row seat because we were laughing about Asher trying to reopen the door, wanting to have a practice run. Anyway, so we get on, and the head of the air hostesses, this man called Gary, was extremely rude to us basically. So Becky had her ear defenders on. As we've mentioned previously before, she's recently been diagnosed with autism, and Becky's always struggled with a little bit of noise sensitivity. if there's a lot of noises going on. It doesn't have to be loud, but if there is a lot of different noises going on all at the same time, so like say you can hear there's a conversation going on over here, there's the noise of something else going on over there, there's something beeping over there, there's like quite a few different noises going on, then sometimes her brain can get a little bit like overloaded with noises, and then she basically just struggles to concentrate on whatever it is that she's actually supposed to be doing, because her brain's like, whoa, there's all these different sounds, what am I trying to focus on, sort of thing. She's always been like that. We never really realised that she was like that because she was autistic. But anyway, so she had her ear defenders on because boarding a plane, there's a lot of noises. There's the noise of like sometimes the engines going, you know, there's lots of people all having multiple different conversations around you. There's the air hostesses saying welcome, and it's a bit chaotic, and there's chances are that there's just a lot of noises, and until we are sat down in that seat and all the noises calm down and you can kind of concentrate more, she then feels like she can take the ear defenders off. It's not that it's too noisy or that she can't cope, it just helps her concentrate and stay focused on what she's doing. So anyway, so she had her ear defenders on, and basically the minute this head air hostess saw Becky sitting in an emergency exit row seat with ear defenders on, he decided we wasn't allowed to sit there, and he caused a massive fuss in front of the entire plane, shouting in my face that we should never have booked them seats and that she can't sit there, pointing at her right up in my face saying she can't sit there. I don't believe because of the headphones that she can help people in an emergency, like open the door and exit this plane. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I was like, you don't know her? And he was like, no, I don't know her, but those pointing at her ear defenders are telling me she can't cope in an emergency, and she kept using the word she cannot help people in an emergency exit this plane. Now in the moment he said to me, you know, when you booked these seats, did you read the prompt that comes up, the one I've just shown you, about who can and can't sit in the seat? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, did you read that people with disabilities can't sit there? And I was like, oh no, like I didn't realise that was a thing. Obviously, because it isn't a thing, because the only disabilities that can't sit in an emergency exit row is if you're deaf, if you're blind, or if you have mobility impairment. So in other words, if you can't see, if you can't hear, or if you physically need help moving, then obviously you're not going to be able to help other people move because you can't move yourself. Now, Becky's not deaf, she's not blind, and she doesn't have any mobility issues. Therefore, she was well within her right to sit on emergency exit row. We paid an additional £50 specifically for that flight for us to sit in those seats, and basically we got completely embarrassed and we got moved back into a standard legroom seat, a couple of rows back, and he even told me, because it was our own fault that we hadn't read the information correctly on the website, that we wouldn't be eligible for a refund for those seats. And the two people that they moved out of the seats they moved us into and put them in ours were treated like absolute royalty. I can't even explain to you how much they went out of their way to help this couple and thank them for moving seats, as if they'd like saved the day from some kind of crisis. It was just ridiculous, and I've honestly never been so embarrassed in my entire life. Neither has Becky. The entire plane watched the whole thing unfold. It was just ridiculous. And to make it even worse, the entirety of the first row is an emergency exit row, same with the row behind. So the first two rows are emergency exit row. On the opposite side, so there's like three seats, and there's three seats, obviously the aisles in the middle. We were the first aisle, seat A and B. On the other side there was a lady with two children, both who I'd say were under the ages of 12. I'd say one was around 8 or 9 and the other one was around 11 or 12. Both were allowed to sit in them seats for the entirety of the flight. However, they technically shouldn't have been allowed to sit there because it's an emergency exit row and they're both under the age of 16. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to share that on the vlog, that we had that not very pleasant experience. I haven't really told many people that happened. I haven't really told anyone apart from Jo when she came to pick us up. Literally got in the car absolutely fuming. I texted her saying, we're on the plane now, dustbin, absolutely disgusted by the air hostess, we'll tell you when we land. And she was like, oh no. Yeah, then we got like the whole drive back from Manchester Airport. I was literally just like ranting at Jo, but like needed it. And then we met up with Jamie and Stephen the other week, and I've told Jamie and Stephen, but apart from that I haven't told anybody. Yeah, I've never experienced discrimination like it in my entire life, and I'm just so shocked that that happened. I can understand maybe that being a concern for somebody, that is this person okay to help in these sorts of situations. I get that, and maybe have a conversation and just say, I just want to double check, should an emergency arise, will this lady be able to help, yes or no? And they should be able to take the word for it. But yeah, I just, the way it happened, it was just awful. And basically we have lodged a complaint with Easyjet, and we actually have had a reply this morning. We have had an apology from them and said that basically the situation shouldn't have happened, that we are right, we was within our right to sit in them seats, and that there will be an investigation into the member of staff, which was this guy called Gary. There will be an investigation into why he treated us that way, because that shouldn't have happened. So we're happy that we've had an apology. However, there was absolutely no mention of the refund of the £50 that we paid extra for the seats, which we have emailed back saying, you know, we appreciate the apology, but we still want the refund because we didn't get to sit in the seats we paid £50 extra for. Yeah, so that's what happened at the end of the lovely weekend. We had such a nice weekend, and it didn't get ruined, but it ended on such a disappointing note. And the poor lady that we ended up sitting next to in our new seats didn't know what to do, bless her. She was trying to be so nice. She was like, oh, do you want a sweet and stuff, bless her. Yeah, anyway, that happened. I just wanted to tell you, I've never been so embarrassed in my life, and very disappointed in Easyjet. And I just kind of wanted to make you aware that if there's anyone who watches these vlogs who could be in a similar situation, please be aware that you might get absolutely abused by staff for having a pair of ear defenders on an emergency exit row seat. Just ridiculous. But anyway, done. I've said it. Right, so anyway, if you have watched all the vlogs, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back next week with a midweek vlog, first one since like July or something. Yeah, we're back in uni next week, everything's going back to normal. I'm so glad the school holidays are over. I'm so glad the kids went back to school on Monday. Anyway, yeah, back to normal routine and normal life. And yeah, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, and if you are in the market for some new Florida vlogs, our friends Jamie and Stephen over at the Law Greens have recently been to Florida and currently halfway through uploading their Florida vlog series. And this weekend coming, they're going back to Florida and we'll be vlogging again. So I recommend going to subscribe to them and watching their vlogs. Anyway, thank you very much, and I shall see you next time. Bye!